Here are my two absolute favorite lenses in my Panasonic system. This is the 35-100 f2.8 and the 12-35 f2.8. This is the first generation of the lens. There is the second generation that's been out for a while, but I find no problems with this first generation. I still love it, and in this video I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why I think everyone who has the Panasonic system should invest in these two lenses. First, let's examine each lens, starting with the 12-35. I have a UV filter on there, so that's why it protrudes a little bit. But otherwise, this is the size, very compact and small. I believe the updated version, same size, very similar weight, except it's all matte black. And I think with all of the new Lumix lenses, they got rid of this rubber textured grip area and they replaced it with plastic. This lens is weather sealed. As you zoom in and out, the lens extends from the body. Your image stabilization, 35-100. This is a pretty long lens hood. But as you zoom on this one, the lens stays within the barrel of the lens. The 12-35 becomes a 24-70 millimeter f2.8 in full frame equivalent, and then the 35-100 is a 70-200 35 millimeter equivalent. Since Panasonic discontinued both lenses, you have to purchase these used if you want the first generation. And if you can find it within a $500 range, I think you should get it. The 12-35 version 2 now goes for about $900 to $1,000, and the 35-100 now goes to about $1,000 to $1,100 US. Also, for a size comparison, if I were to bring out the Canon 24-105 version 2, this is the full frame monster beast of a lens, the advantage of micro four thirds form factor. And I like these two zoom lenses. I think they're essential because these lenses cover every focal range you would use on most shoots. Right now, I'm shooting on a Panasonic GH5S with a Lumix 8-18 millimeter wide-angle lens. This wide-angle lens, in combination with these two lenses, is all I need for everything that I shoot. This is video and stills, although I don't shoot that much stills with the Panasonic system. But with video, this is amazing. So like I said, these are weather sealed, very strong lenses, f2.8 throughout the entire zoom range. These lenses are not parfocal. It seems like it's parfocal. Parfocal meaning if you zoom all the way in and you focus and then you zoom all the way out, it will maintain that focus and you can go back and forth on the zoom and the focus will not change if it's set to manual. I've noticed that sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't. So that means it's not parfocal. There's some other electronic focus mechanisms going on that's maintaining that focus electronically, but these are not, from what I know, parfocal lenses, but they still maintain the focus pretty well, even though they're not listed as parfocal. The 12-35, as you zoom in, there's a little bit of stepping of the iris, so you'll see some flickering of the iris if you zoom in and out, even though it's an f2.8 all the way through. But the 35-100, you can zoom in and out, and from my tests, I have not seen any stepping of the aperture. So it's a very clean zoom in and out. You can record the zoom in and out, and you will not have any artifacts, any distortion, any kind of aperture stepping or focus issues when you zoom in and out. And that's not the case for a lot of lenses, even the really expensive ones. So this is a very key lens for me to use in video mode, especially when I'm shooting a subject and I want to get a zoom and I want to have the zoom part of the video. It's a very clean, like a camcorder zoom. Another thing I like about these lenses is that they both share a 58 millimeter lens thread. 58 millimeters, it has been a very common lens thread for several of these lenses. and I like that I can buy a set of filters, UV filters, polarizers, NDs, and they'll work on both lens systems. The lenses. I like the fact that these lenses match very well in optical quality. So I occasionally shoot multi-cameras. I'll have a GH5 and a GH5S. A big part of matching cameras is not just having the same kind of camera using the same codec and picture profile. You also want to match the lenses. So having this pair, when I'm shooting multicam, I use this pair. I cannot tell the difference. They're identical and it's really great. So those are my thoughts on why I like these two lenses. I think it's essential to have in any kind of video kit if you shoot video for Panasonic and also for stills. But for video, I will not go without these two lenses on all of my shoots.